Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I'm standing next to Amber DeBirk, I guess you're the director of the Millcreek Community Market.
Yep, I'm the only employee, and then we have
right?
a bunch of volunteers that help us put on the event.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
awesome.
a very community-driven event for Millcreek.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
The Millcreek has got some really great stuff. I love there's so many great little places to shop and cool restaurants and things, and so you've got lots of, there's a lot of community involvement there. People are, they're crazy about the community, which I love.
They are. That Millcreek Township encompasses Canyon Rim, Mount Olympus, Holiday, and then parts of kind of over by the east part of Sugar House. And so they love Millcreek, and we have a really fun space for the market, if I can tell you about it.
Yeah, please.
So the market actually takes place at the Baldwin Radio Factory studios, and so it's a property that was built in the early 1900s and converted into art space.
Wow.
So we have 20 local artists there. We have a really popular cafe called Roots Cafe, all organic, locally sourced food. People love Roots, and then we also border Evergreen Park and the Millcreek Community Center and Library. So the market actually takes place in the gardens, and so people can stroll in and out of the art studios, go onto Roots patio, have some dinner.
Oh, wow.
We have live music, and then go along the creek and go over to the park, go check out a book at the library. It's really a fun space. It's so different than any other venue in town.
Yeah, because it sounds like it's just very centrally located. It's
Yeah.
kind of the ideal spot, it sounds like.
Yeah, so if they're hot, we do an evening event, 4 to dusk on Thursday nights, and we follow a true harvest schedule. So we start up in a couple weeks and go through October 4th. But people can go into a pottery studio and see our potter, Erin Milne, working at her will.
Wow.
I'm a fused glass artist, so they can go into my studio and try making a fused glass pendant.
You can actually try it out.
Yeah, they learn how to cut glass and can stack glass, and we'll fire it for them, and they can come back the next week at the market and pick it up.
I'm doing that.
It's cool. Come try it. You'll get addicted.
I'm fascinated by it when I see people do it. So yeah, I'm totally there.
Yeah, that's what makes it different. And then this year, what's really cool is we have a local yoga studio in Millcreek, and they're going to come out and do free yoga at Evergreen Park every week and teach people the fundamentals of yoga.
Forward-leaning dog.
Exactly, exactly. For all of those people that have, aren't the professional yogi, this would be a great time for them to come out. Yes. Exactly.
That's me.
As my daughter, 7-year-old daughter, is very serious about her yoga poses. She knows a lot more about yoga than I do, all because of the videos that she watches.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's terrific.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. We'll also be doing other educational workshops, so how to cultivate your seeds for the next growing season.
Really?
We have one of our real estate partners that will come out and teach people how to dye some wool and yarn with plants from your garden. So
really?
Yeah.
There's a real estate person teaching this. That's crazy.
Our real estate, she does so much. She's way into chickens, has her own chicken coop, and has her own, makes her own honey from her hives and stuff. So she's pretty great.
People that have chicken coops find out very quickly that you get a lot of eggs.
Tons of eggs, yeah. So we get tons of eggs from our neighbors. We love it.
Isn't that crazy? I know. I have a neighbor who's the same thing. She's got some eggs. She doesn't know what to do with them all. So every now and then you end up with eggs on your front porch in the morning. I'm like,
we
wow,
love
there
it.
you go.
It's such a great surprise to wake up, and they always stick them in our cooler on the porch. So
nothing tastes better than fresh ones, and I think that's the whole point of all of this, is that local food and local stuff is just so tremendous. It's such a great thing.
It is, and it's something that is very passionate to me. I have 2 young daughters that have food allergies and sensitivities, and so we really need to know where their food comes from. And every week, last year we'd buy all of our produce every Thursday. We travel a lot in the summer. We go up to our family cabin up in Oakley, and so we'll pick up all of our produce for the weekend, and it lasts us for the week, and it's awesome. I mean, to be able to get your bok choy and your tomatoes and your pepper plants and be able to use those and grill them. And my girls absolutely look forward to going and picking out their vegetables for the week.
Do either of them have the celiac then too?
My youngest daughter actually had a wheat allergy, so we were gluten-free for a couple years. She grew out of it, but that really taught us as a family what to eat, and we've just stuck to that platform. It's been really good for us, and when our girls are craving something sweet, they crave a piece of fruit, versus candy. They have their splurges every once in a while.
One of those challenges, we were talking earlier earlier about modified corn, and we're happy to have something that at least keeps the crop going. But at the same time, there's a lot of new allergies and a lot of new things that we're finding because of that.
Right.
So there's this balance that it's a little hard to manage.
Right. Well, all the symptoms that come from it. My soon-to-be 7-year-old is very asthmatic. Gets rashes, and I've just learned recently a lot about food coloring, and the biggest symptoms are, asthma and rashes. So we thought, wow, maybe some food coloring is affecting her health right now.
They say it also affects your kids' moods and some other stuff, their behavior.
Exactly.
It can be kind of crazy. There's certainly, anytime we do stuff with food and we modify it or we, eat some things that probably maybe aren't the ideal, you open up the door.
You
so
certainly
you kind of got to wonder, right?
Right, exactly.
But again, it gets us back to this, to Utah's own and to things from here.
Right.
And this is funny, I've had a little experience with this and just recently, and I'm so excited about this. And this is the pop art with their...
Yes, pop art. So great story about pop art, actually. So they're good friends of ours. They moved back from New York, and they actually geared up, and their first market was the Millcreek Market last year.
Really?
And they've since exploded.
They're huge.
They're huge.
Already.
They're in every Harmon's across Utah and a bunch of specialty markets, and of course you guys have them up here at the Park Silly Market.
Yep.
And we're so excited that they're going to come back to the market because we know they're extremely busy. But yeah, so they'll be at the market selling their...
And this one's hugely popular because it is so
rosemary
good.
truffle. I know rosemary is one of my favorite herbs.
The truffle is out of this world.
Yeah. So and then they have their new flavor, the nori sesame.
I'm excited about this one.
So
being
if you're
a sushi
sushi fan, they just introduced that, I believe, in the last few weeks.
The label yet.
Exactly.
So that's awesome.
So that's very tasty. So they'll be back, and we're so excited for them. And then we also have Salsitas Mendoza. This is a great story, too. The woman that owns this actually started at our market, again, has exploded. She worked for Select Health Medical Group and has been able to quit her full-time job and do her salsa full-time. And their salsa is amazing. They roast their tomatoes, so it has that nice charred flavor, and we have people that come back every week just, where's the salsa lady?
Don't you just love the ingredients list? Tomato, jalapeno, chili, onion, cilantro, salt, garlic, done.
Done. Exactly.
That is awesome.
That's what we love about, these products and stuff that come to our market. Any packaged products, it's very simple, to the point, and just such a lovely flavor. But, we love the Salsitas Mendoza salsa and are excited that they'll be back as well.
I just love the stories of success of Utah products.
That's what we were so excited about. And then, of course, I brought my own inventory here. Millcreek Olive Oil Company. They have just a huge variety of vinegars and oils and really different flavors, like honey serrano vinegar. They have a peach balsamic. They even have an espresso balsamic that is really good on ice cream. And so we'll, of course, have Jason, who owns Millcreek Olive Oil, back at the market. And then we actually have a Park City vendor that we love that's coming back, Red Bicycle Bread Works.
Oh, yeah.
And they contacted us last year, and we were so delighted. And people were walking around with their stick, their olive oil stick bread. Have you had their bread before?
Not yet.
Oh, it is.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I've had their bread, yes. Not the stick.
Yeah, the stick bread. People come and buy their stick bread, and they're just walking around the market just munching on the bread. Their bread's fabulous, and we're excited to have them back, too. I didn't bring any of our produce, but I will mention that we have over 200 heirloom tomato varieties that will be offered at our market.
Can I just tell you, that's my favorite thing in the whole
We didn't even
world.
grow tomatoes this year, is because we're going to have a huge selection of a better product for us to just buy at the market this year. So
slice them up and just a dollop of mayonnaise and salt and pepper. Oh.
There's a tomato pie recipe, so easy. Tomatoes, mayo, grated Parmesan cheese, and a pie crust. Bake
that sounds right up my alley.
And it is just delicious. Anyway, it's something that our family craves. Me too.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fun.
So tell me the dates on this again.
Yeah, so we gear up. We start in a couple weeks. Thursday, July 26th. Our event is 4 to dusk. We have live entertainment. Come and buy dinner there. We have Roots Cafe doing their market dinner on Thursdays. They're actually going to buy food from the vendors and offer a special market menu for that night, because they're normally just breakfast and lunch, but they'll open Thursday nights for dinner. We, of course, have the curry cart, which is really popular. They're popular downtown Salt Lake.
Yeah.
And then
they are popular. People look for that one.
Yeah, the courier cart. So they're at our event. They were there last year. And come out, see the artists, and just join us for a lot of fun. We're so excited. We'll run for 12 weeks.
Wow. I'm excited to come out and try.
And it's really
stuff.
an easy venue for people up in Park City if they want a change of pace. I know that you guys have a lovely market on Wednesdays and then Silly on Sundays. But if you don't get a chance to make it to that, come down for an evening. We're right outside of the canyon. I mean, our location, you just exit Parley's and we're just west of REI. So it's a very easy location to find.
Well, especially if you're down there coming home from work. I mean, it's a great place to stop, get some fresh food, bring it home, make a nice meal.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
That's terrific. I am so glad you could be on the show, Amber.
Thank you
really
for having us. It's just
talk to you about this.
Delightful. It was fun being here. You make it very easy.
You're too kind.
I hope
so. No, that's because it just wasn't. I didn't do that good.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good. We'll be back with more of the Mountain Morning Show in just a minute.